Hi, principals and teachers. In this video, I want to talk about how you can use Google Calendar to ensure that you are always the Meet organizer or moderator. Please keep in mind that this is only going to work if you're meeting with other adults, as Meet setup and Calendar are completely open and can't be forced shut down like we can with codes in Google Classroom Meets. So the first thing that you're going to do is head over to calendar.google.com or however you want to get there, and you're going to locate a date on your calendar where you want your meeting. You can just click anywhere or you can click the create button in the top, and then you're going to give your meeting a name, set your date and time, add guests. So you do need to add at least one guest to your meeting. Doing that will ensure that you're labeled as the organizer and there's absolutely no confusion with that. Most of the time you should be the organizer if you created the meeting, but I like to do that just in case so that I can clearly see that I'm labeled as the organizer. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. So we're going to click add a Google Meet, and I'm going to go into more options. And then I'm going to click on add guests, and I'm going to add one guest to my meet. I've now added one guest to my meet, and I can clearly see that I am labeled as the organizer. That is what you are after with this meet. As long as you have this, when you get into the meet, you will be the moderator, the one with all of those controls that you might be after. You can choose to invite your entire staff here and type in each of their names. It will quickly pull up their Google accounts, but it's not going to send an email to their NOCS Eagles. So if you add staff names here, you still want to send out that manual email to NOCS Eagles, as we do have some staff that are not checking their NOLMSID emails like their NOCS Eagles. Same thing, if you're doing parents, I do suggest making sure that you follow up with another email. Now, when you follow up, whether or not you've added staff, everyone should get the Meet ID that is underneath here. Giving them this meeting ID will ensure that they have that link to click on to get into the Meet. Now, keep in mind, if you're working with people that are outside the district, that's absolutely fine. They will just need invited into the Meet. They actually won't be able to get into that Meet until the moderator's there, unless they have been invited as guests. If you're working with people in the district, they will probably be able to get into the Meet, but they will not be the moderator because Google Calendar ensures that you will be that organizer. Now, one last thing I want to share with you is if you take the time to invite everyone to this meeting here, and it is a whole staff or a whole group of people, and you want to then reuse this meeting so you don't have to sit there and type in all their names, you can do that really easily. So we're going to click save. I'm going to send that invite. I always send that invite, that way people get it. It will still show up on their calendar if they haven't gotten it in an email, but it just helps. So I'm going to click once on this Meet, select the three dots, and then select duplicate. When I select duplicate, it will load that same meeting again with all of those people that were already invited. And all I have to do is go in, change the date, pick a new time, and hit save. It's as easy as that. If you add descriptions, you would obviously change your description to whatever you want, but taking the time to invite everyone the very first time you do this can make it 10 times easier throughout the rest of the year. Do be sure to add and eliminate guests. You can always hover over the guest, and if you no longer need that guest at that meeting, you can just remove them from that meeting. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.